This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania turns 27 this month and wants to thank you, the customer, with their biggest ever new customer discount, the Thank You for 27 Years sale. Get 25% off every window and every door with no payments for 24 months with special financing from now until June 30th. To learn more, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-523-9509. 22 men accused of selling drugs in the western part of the state have been arrested. Meanwhile, Pennsylvanians lost over $65 million to investment fraud in 2022. The central Pennsylvania grocery store reigned supreme, and cows caused utter confusion. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. "22 out of 24 men accused of selling cocaine and fentanyl in the western part of the state and of also illegally possessing firearms have been arrested," reports the Tribune Review. Authorities began arresting these suspects late last month following a 9-count federal indictment, which included charges of conspiracy to possess and distribute illegal drugs and illegal possession of a firearm by a felon. Several of the men are linked to the Drizzy Gang, which U.S. District Attorney Eric H. Olshan describes as a, quote, violent drug trafficking organization. This case remains ongoing, although Olshan did confirm that additional charges could be forthcoming. Pennsylvanians lost over $65 million to investment fraud in 2022, reports PennLive. Carson Law, a firm that specializes in cases regarding investors, recently released a report that looked over and broke down information from the FBI Internet Crime Report as well as the FTC Consumer Sentinel Network data book. Not only did researchers find how Pennsylvania on the whole lost that $65+ million, which for context is over $107,000 lost per victim, but also that it ranked 12th overall with regards to having the most money lost to such fraud. The U.S. on the whole, according to the FTC, lost nearly $8 billion to fraud last year, an increase of 30% when compared to 2021. Trade publication Food Trade News revealed that grocery sales in central Pennsylvania hit $4.3 billion in the period of April 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2023, states PennLive. But which supermarket chain reigns supreme? Giant, Wise, Aldi, or Carnes? The answer to that would be Giant. Food Trade News states that Giant controls about 1/3 of all food and drug business in the region and boasts about $2.4 billion in sales. It also has a total of 52 stores in the area, although it hasn't added any new ones in the past year. There was utter confusion in Chester County last Thursday night, says the Daily Local. Cops in Westchester got a call for some folks in East Bradford who had woken up to find about a dozen cows hanging out on their front lawn. The incident ended rather peacefully when the cows came home, as assisted by the cops, to the farm they had escaped from just a couple hours later. Predictably, those who learned about the incident on social media began to really milk the puns. The Daily Local accused the cows of committing a moo-ving violation, while one Facebook user claimed to have, quote, heard they had beef with the residents, unquote, whose lawn it was. I think my favorite comment is someone calling it a stakeout. Another day, another episode. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com with any thoughts you may have. Thanks in advance. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for more Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania turns 27 this month and wants to thank you, the customer, with their biggest ever new customer discount, the Thank You for 27 Years sale. Get 25% off every window and every door with no payments for 24 months with special financing from now until June 30th. To learn more, visit rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-523-9509.